I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon. Much more deep insights on Vedic astrology and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology's Hiranya's channel. Now Venus, the planet of love, romance, creativity, the planet that defines relation, which is exalted right now in the sign of Pisces, which was retrograde and getting affected by Saturn and Rahu's war, is still in planetary war, but now it's direct in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. It is moving in the forward direction, it is moving in the right direction towards freeing itself from the clutches of Saturn and Rahu. Because Saturn has just entered Pisces, it will take lot of time to cover some distance, but Rahu is escaping Pisces, moving to Aries in the month of May. And this is going to be the time where Venus will reign supreme. Venus will shine bright, coming out of the darkness of the tamasic energies of Saturn and Rahu. But seeing the positive side of it, Saturn can define patience. Rahu can define innovation, creativity that somebody has never tried before. Pisces and Purva Bhadrapada wants the love of a different dimension. So this shows that you will appreciate things with a very different perspective. Venus is moving in the right direction towards the peak of exaltation, and on the other hand, it also empowers Jupiter, which is in Taurus zodiac sign. Overall, this creates a beautiful picture of innovation with a lot of creativity, beauty with brain. But on the other hand, if Saturn becomes bad, this can spoil, this can create negative energy and can make you feel bad even in the bestest of your time. So it is all how you make your experience better by improving the quality of Venus and also following the discipline of Saturn and innovation of Rahu. Let's discuss that in detail. But before that, do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. And also, if you want to take my consultations, please go to my website and go to Consult with Puneet page, and there is a list of consultation options. The newest option is Tattvamasi, which is Antarbahya Havan or Soul Realignment Program. Check that out. And if you want to book a Puja for Akshay Tritiya, 30th of April, a special Mahalaxmi Pujan, the link will be in the description box below. We have both options, one for Pujan and one for Havan. And if you want to book a 300 plus pages comprehensive Kundali PDF report, check the next few minutes. Having a Kundali in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundali PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundali PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundali PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website. Let's start the ascendant-wise analysis of Venus moving direct in the sign of Pisces. Aries. For Aries, Venus is now moving in the 12th house, and Venus is now going to get exalted in your 12th house. But for the entire April, Venus will be in very close proximity with Saturn and Rahu. This is the Graha Yuddha situation, and for Aries, Taurus and Libra are 2nd and 7th house, and their Lord Venus is not in a great position, although exalted. Which means this is going to adversely affect your family life, your personal life, your married life. This may involve medical expenses. This may involve sudden twists and turns in relationship, and this may also involve that you are traveling abroad. Now, Depending on your horoscope, you may travel abroad for leisure, for a family trip, or you are traveling abroad because of an emergency situation or work-related travel that creates separation between you and your life partner. In this case, try to resolve the situation in a very amicable manner and do not move into any conflict. There can be expectations mismatch. On one side, Venus is now very happy that it is going to move ahead and forward in the direction towards its peak exaltation. And once it crosses the Rahu and Saturn boundary, once it crosses the Graha Yuddha zone of Rahu and Saturn, from first week of May onwards till the end of May, Venus will be in a very, very strong position. Beyond 15th of May, Venus will find its good space, and this means that whatever relations ups and downs happen will mellow down and will become stable, and you will be more happier than what you are right now. And eventually this is going to give rise to new partnerships, new hopes, new foundations, and Venus being very exalted and very happy can be very productive for people who are in derma industry, dermatologists, who are into cosmetics, who are running salon and spa, or anything related to beauty and material success. Luxury brands, people selling luxury products will also see that they have to refine their business. Now, 12th house is also overseas, so export and imports may be hit negatively, and we all know why, but eventually these things will settle down, and you need to wait for the month of May. If you want to do major investment, or if you want to start something big now, think twice. Now, chanting Mahalaxmi mantra during this time is going to be very good remedy, and doing a Mahalaxmi Pujan on Akshay Tritiya, 30th of April, will be a brilliant way to manage Venus in the 12th house. Also, donate shoes. Taurus. In case of Taurus, your ascendant lord is Venus, and this Venus goes in the 11th house. And 11th house Venus is going to be very, very powerful Venus. You know why? Because your ascendant lord is gaining the strength. On top of that, 6th lord is 6 places away. It's a bhavat bhavam of a direct Venus, and Venus is now going to move away from Saturn and Rahu. But stay aware with people who are a yes man if you are an executive leader. Because if people are always saying yes to you, it might create the illusion of Rahu, and you may believe them, and then there can be problems. 11th house is also about gain. So Venus here stands to give you a lot of gain. So when everybody is at loss, you are gaining things. But you might also gain weight. So be careful with the hormones in your body. Regulate your hormones, regulate your lifestyle through yoga and pranayama. Venus coming in the 11th house is a kind of a energy that is going to give you a gain of the 1st house and a gain of the 6th house. It makes you get rid of enemy. Say that you are in a stuck-up situation. A lot of people are going against you. While you are struggling to survive, Venus brings a person that acts as a mentor. This is Maya helping you in Maya. In this case, you can move towards more sadhana. You can learn Shri Suktam. You can do Mahalaxmi mantra jap. New ventures, new business, new career opportunities are going to come your way. Especially people who are going to become cosmetic surgeon. If you have dentist, if you're a dentist, or if you have a chamber or a medical center related to dentistry, or any kind of hair related work, skin related work. If you have somebody who gives shape to the body, like bone grafting or something. I'm not a doctor, so my nomenclature can be wrong. But if you are connected to similar fields, this transit, this time of Venus direct in Pisces can give you a lot of business. Venus is also going to aspect the 5th house, so it kind of makes you more romantic, more poetic, more expressive. But when you're alone, it might make you remind all the bad days. You need to be more happy and more connected with yourself. Gemini. Now in case of Gemini, your ascendant is the air zodiac sign with Venus ruling your 5th house and Venus ruling your 12th house. This Shukra is now direct in the 10th house, resolving the issues in your career one by one slowly, and this is going to help you gain reputation. You will gain name and fame, but ensure that you are gaining the name and fame without any bad reason. Protect your interests. but not at the cost of your peace. Venus, the 12th lord, coming in the 10th house and getting away from Saturn Rahu, while Rahu is going in the 9th house, shows that there can be work related international trip, especially related to business, and you will gain more foreign clients, and this will enhance your business slowly. Don't expect anything in April a lot, but May promises. Now when Venus comes in the 10th house, it makes you a little comfortable in your career area, but you may, while you're trying to be more comfortable, you may behave in a certain way that will make everybody else uncomfortable. So you need to work on non-verbal communication, especially if you are in corporate. 5th lord coming in the 10th house and going away positively means there can be, you may find your life partner in your own career. Now this is the time when you should be ready to give up certain habits, and you should be ready to put yourself into exercise, yoga and pranayama, because through these things, through gym, through yoga, through calisthenics, you will be able to tone down your body, control your emotions, and overall give yourself a very good life. 10th house is about continuity. It's about your livelihood, and Venus ensures that you get it comfortably. And say if you don't have a job right now, if you're looking for a job or for an expansion of business, this will be the time. May is going to be the month, and one way you can try to accelerate is by praying to Mata Mahalaxmi during Akshay Tritiya. Water zodiac sign, Cancer. Now in case of Cancer, the Pisces falls in your 9th house, Venus goes in the 9th house, and Shukra is your 11th lord. Now 11th lord is now finally 11 places away. This is Bhavad Bhavam for Venus, and Venus is direct, goes out of Rahu and Saturn's grip after April, and this is going to give you a lot of relief, especially it is the 9th house. It is a house of belief. It's house of fundamentals. It's the house which gives you a lot of stability in life. But you need to remember one thing, that when you're talking about the 9th house, you're also talking about value system. You're also talking about the path that you follow, the path that you think is right. It also affects your communication. It affects your decision making, and it also induces foreign travel. So there can be definitely foreign trips, but all your decisions can get clouded by the mystery of Rahu and Saturn, and things may get delayed, which may make you frustrated. May is a month which you should look forward to, and the month of May will be a little more relaxing with respect to your income, flow of money, and overall happiness in life. Now Venus also controls 4th house, 4th lord going in the 9th house. You can be a little worried about the health of your mother, or your health of your mother, or some event in the family can force a travel, especially international, or something in the family can make you suspend your travel. So in this case, be careful. There can be certain loss of money, there can be certain change of the schedule and plan that can derail your project. Go one step at a time and take necessary buffer. Overall, Venus in the 9th house is good for you. It brings wealth, but allow the Venus to reach the midpoint of Pisces and then see the magic coming into play. People who are connected to fashion industry, who are connected to the traveling and the hospitality, who are connected to luxury and sports, this is the time for you. Next fire zodiac sign is Leo, and in case of Leo, Venus will be now moving in direct motion in your 8th house. This is a relief because 8th house stable Venus stabilizes your career. After all, it rules your 10th house. It also rules your 3rd house, which means that all the ups and downs related to career will continue, but until mid of May, and expect some changes continuing to happen until mid of May. And after that, when Venus goes into a certain distance from Rahu and Saturn, you will feel that things are becoming more positive, at least with respect to the outcome of your actions, the preciseness at what you do, the delicate way of handling things, and you will say that the soft skills will improve more positively. Venus moving in the 8th house also shows that your partner's financial condition will improve if you are married, and in case of partnership business, you will see that the your partner, the well-wishers, the people who are working as a team will perform better now, and you will see that the productivity of the organization will increase. And 8th house Venus also means that you have to invest a lot of time and money in building relationships. So with respect to relationship, you may not get any positive outcome immediately, but what you are going to get is something, a kind of a good way, a good pathway which gives you hope that future is brighter than the present. Venus aspects the 2nd house, which shows that your vocal cords are going to produce some very good sweet words. So if you're a singer, it's going to be a brilliant time for you. And if you are a vocal artist, a mimicry artist, or if you are a dubbing artist, this is going to be a great opportunity, great time to crack a project or something that changes your life. Now, Venus in 8th house is also good for relationship. There can be sudden changes in patterns that you see in the relationship. There can be closure in your emotional, if you are into an emotional trauma, healing is recommended in this case. 8th house Venus is all about starting to love a new dimension, seeing things in a new perspective. Virgo. Now in case of Virgo ascendant, Venus rules your 2nd house. The entire energy of Venus is now is fighting the Rahu and Saturn in the 7th house. Venus is now direct. Allow the 2 weeks of April to pass and you will see that Venus will become more and more positive as it becomes stable in the 7th house. That means for Virgo ascendant and even for Virgo moon sign, this is a good news with respect to business and marriage. Yes, there can be a lot of turmoil, there can be a lot of negative situation right now, but allow the time to pass and the May month will bring a lot of promise. It also means that your Bhagyodaya can happen, a foreign travel can happen, an auspicious event in the family can happen, a marriage in the family can be proposed. 2nd house affecting the 7th house shows that you may join the family business. And if your family business is related to beauty, if you run a boutique, if you have any clothing industry, if you run a textile mill, factory, then definitely this is going to be in your favor. But if you're in a country where geopolitically things are going bad, then you need to hold back and wait until mid of May because things will only improve after that time. Jupiter will move in your 10th house, which will ensure career growth and success. Alone Venus cannot give you much because 7th house Venus is more inclined toward building relationship and contracts. And if you are finding somebody, if you're going into a new partnership right now, or if you are going into a new friendship right now, allow it to build for some time. Do not rush, do not promise, do not sign a contract immediately. Venus also affects the 1st house, so there can be some feedback about you. And you may hear few things. It is your duty to correct your status, correct your, your posture, your soft skills accordingly. But don't get overwhelmed by the criticism also. You might become a popular sensation, a viral sensation in social media, but you need to focus on the long-term goals rather than short-term success. Overall, Venus in the 7th house is good for you, but this also means that you are more relying on the external factor than your internal belief system. Focus on yourself also and ensure to be a better person with every feedback that you get. Libra. Now in case of Libra, you have to observe that you are also an ascendant ruled by Venus, and Venus is now freeing itself in the 6th house. While Venus is exalt, once you are doing seva to the society and you are fulfilling your duties, you will feel better about it. Why? Because Venus is in 6th house, it is Mananakaraka Sthan for Shukra, but Venus is exalt, it's a very complicated position. Plus it's your ascendant lord getting there, but it's also your 8th lord going in the 6th house. So you see, it's very, very tricky. And in this case, if you're running a Venus Mahadasha or Antardasha, this Venus can enhance your sensitivity towards other people's problems. So it will make you more empathetic. But a lot of people will earn through solving other people's problem. So if you are into problem solving kind of a work, if you are a consultant, if you can figure out the problem of the society and create a product that solves it, you can become an entrepreneur. That is the time when Venus in the 6th house gets power of Rahu and Saturn, and practical, feasible solutions, technology-driven solution will be a part of this energy. If you provide IT solutions, if you provide creative solutions, then definitely you can be somebody in the game. You can earn a lot, you can figure out a great career for yourself. For entrepreneurship, starting new campaigns, for advertising campaigns, for launching new products, this can be a wonderful time. Now, when your ascendant lord is in the 6th house and it's exalt, it wants you to focus on your health. It wants you to focus on your day-to-day activity. So don't get too overwhelmed or indulgent in the activity. It's not like you're working hard for 8 hours and partying for 8 hours. It won't work for you. You need to figure out a disciplined life. You need to follow the path of dharma. A Viparit Rajyoga of Venus being the 8th lord coming in the 6th house will work when Venus reaches 27 to 28 degrees of Pisces. So May month promises a lot. Also, Jupiter, which is in the 8th house, will move to the 9th house, which adds on to the exaltation of Venus in the month of May. The future of Venus is also in the 7th house, which kind of redefines contracts, relationship, and your problem solving skills. So overall, for Libra, this is definitely going to be a wonderful time, especially if you are into service industry. Now, in this case, serving the poor and the needy becomes a big remedy, and doing the Havan of Mata Mahalaxmi by chanting Shri Sukta through the power of Vedic mantras can definitely help you in the long run. Scorpio. In case of Scorpio, Venus flows through the 5th house. A 5th house Venus means that it is the energy that gathers and propels you, encourages you to do something innovative. Venus is a creative planet, and with Rahu and Saturn's energy, it gives that touch of technology and a hint of practicality, and all this can fuel the creative talent within you. This is the time to showcase your talent, and you will see the world will know your true self. And if you really want to pursue something in the field of drumming, in the field of techno music, in the field of UI and UX designing, this is the time. Also, if you are in the field of cosmetic surgery, or if you're a student of cosmetic surgery, then this Venus will help you a lot. A 5th house Venus is always good for romantic affairs, but allow the Venus to get away from Saturn and Rahu from mid-May onwards. You will see that the romantic life will become better and people will understand you. But until then, there can be confusions, there can be misunderstandings, and there can be breakups. So if you're a young person, if you're below 30, you need to be very, very careful how you project yourself and what promises are you making. You may not be able to fulfill all that you promise. Venus is a very different planet for you. It rules your 12th house, it rules your 7th house. For a lot of people, this may trigger marriage yoga, which is good. For a lot of people, this is the time to study abroad or resolve issues of visa and other related issues if you are planning to study abroad. Venus being in the 5th house makes you more expressive. It makes you more poetic, but a poetry that reflects reality. So it's a perfect blend of technology, reality, and the creativity. Make the best use of it by not being extravagant. Try to have a control on your desires. Sagittarius. Now, in case of Sagittarius, the Venus is 6th and 11th lord. It controls 50% of your Upachya house. And Venus is now positive in the 4th house. That means any matter related to house, renovation, real estate, purchasing luxury cars and goods, building assets are going to stabilize. But you need to wait until mid of May. Until mid of May, spending a lot can be dangerous. Now here, the definition of spending a lot varies from person to person. So according to your own life, your own status, you have to control your expenses. Certain expenses will definitely happen, but a great time to work on prarabdha karma. So if you work on the 6th house, if you work on resolving the 6th house issues in your life, then definitely Venus is going to play a vital role. So in this case, say Mahalaxmi Havan, working on the aesthetic sides of the life, trying to renovate and correct the vastu of the house. These are the few things by which you will be able to harness a positive and a happy Venus. But it is Shukra sitting on your heart chakra, the Anahat chakra. So expanding the Anahat chakra by sharing and showering love is one way to handle Venus exaltation. Now Venus is going to aspect the 10th house. So naturally few things will happen in your life that will make you happier. Not in April, but in May. When Venus is moving positively and approaching the point of exaltation, a lot of good news will come to your life. And if you are having any unresolved matters related to property and real estate, or if the health of your mother or spouse is bad, things may improve according to your Dasha and Mahadasha. Overall, Venus in 4th house is actually very good and can give you safe space and safe shelter, but just that you have to allow Saturn to give you also the practical knowledge. That means the safe shelter may not be one of the best, but it is definitely safer than the rest. Capricorn. Now in case of Capricorn, Venus will be now direct with your ascendant lord in the 3rd house. 3rd house means it is more about expression, more about creativity, more about your relationship with your younger siblings, your neighbors, and all that areas are going to get affected, and slowly all the negativity will be wiped off and it will become more positive. You have to give it some time. This induces sudden travel, short-term travel. There can be sudden backpacking plans. So if you are a travel enthusiast, this is a very good time for you. But beware of your health, because this can induce health-related challenges, because it is encouraging you to take some adventure so that it makes you fall sick. Why is that? Now if you observe that Venus controls your 5th house and Venus controls your 10th house. It controls your stomach, it controls your ability to act. So if Venus has to stop you, it will give you an upset stomach, it will give you problems related to your children, your siblings, your neighbors, and it will create career issues. When will this happen? This will happen if you are overindulgent into alcohol, if you are trying to party a lot with friends with whom you should not hang out. There can be trust issues. People whom you have relied, always trusted, can betray you. So be very careful. This is a time to be more practical than emotional. Enjoy, but do not get indulged into alcohol and smoking and all those bad activities, because this will increase the tamasic energy in the 3rd house. And remember, Rahu is going in the 2nd house, and with Venus in the 3rd, it will increase the hunger for money and you will choose the path which is a shortcut, eventually leading to problems. But overall, if I see the position of Venus, this also creates innovative solutions, creative solutions for problems. And if you are into the field of creative arts, media, filmmaking, advertising, journalism, social media, digital marketing, this is a great time to, gear up and go full throttle. Or if you want to launch something in this field, maybe Akshay Tritiya is going to be a very good date to think about it, or even launch your product, website, anything that has to do with digital design. Overall for Capricorn, this is going to be a very creative transit of Venus. Make the best use of it. Your expression should be very polite, humble, a little direct, but not negatively manipulating. That you have to ensure, otherwise it will cost you some good relations around you. Aquarius. Now in case of Aquarius, if you observe, Venus will move in your 2nd house in direct motion, away from Saturn and Rahu for the next 1.5 months. And for you, this is going to be a blessing in disguise. Your 9th lord in the 2nd house. This gives you a lot of wealth. Problems related to career will resolve over time, but don't do anything that puts you into a complicated situation in the month of April. Because if anything can go bad, it might go bad in the month of April. Allow yourself enough time to consolidate your finances. And slowly you will see that the money is going to grow. You will gain big, you will gain smart. Venus is also your 4th lord. Because your 4th house is controlled by Shukra, it makes you more happy with the family, and you will see that your family will become a part of your life. You will have a joyful time and you will be in a peaceful state, but only in the month of May. Month of April is going to be a month of caution. Surya, Sun, which is your 7th lord, is also exalted in the 3rd house, which means that it is giving you a lot of potential to function. But you will have to be polite, you will have to be humble, and you will have to focus on earning more money. So definitely new job opportunities, profits in business, and your assets returning good value and good returns, that's on the card. Praying to Mata Mahalaxmi, bringing Shri Yantra and energized Lakshmi Yantra in your own home, and offering prayers to the Yantra, offering flowers to the Yantra is going to be a very simple way, a home remedy that will work wonderfully, improving the quality of Venus in your life. And if you are an Aquarius ascendant, and if your Venus is weak, then definitely you should take a sankalp on Akshay Tritiya to do Mahalaxmi Pujan and Havan by yourself and by the priests. Pisces. Now in case of Pisces, Venus is in your 1st house, it is moving direct now. It is going away from Saturn, Rahu, so it is you who is gaining the strength. But Venus is a Vichitra planet for you. Why? Because it rules your 8th house and 3rd house. It is definitely going to create a huge shift in personality. Maybe now is the high time to look yourself in the mirror and say, I can be a better version of myself. And you will be able to do it. All your initiatives will produce both positive and good results. Just that you have to be a little more sympathetic, empathetic towards yourself and others. Instead of forcing, try to follow a very water-like path. So maybe if I have to compare, instead of gymming, yoga will help you. Instead of fighting, meditation will help you. A Venusian life, which is love for all and love to all, this kind of energy, which was influenced by Rahu and Saturn, will shift its gears and will make you love yourself. So definitely this Venus can make you a better person, a loving person, and a person with great soft skills and personality. But there is only one drawback. When Venus has suffered so much at the hands of Saturn and Rahu, this can make you a little more selfish, a little bit jealous. Avoid those two factors in life and you will see peace is coming your way. Venus also aspects the 7th house, so it resolves marital issues. It brings opportunities for business. It gives you opportunity for creative pursuits. Take it with both the hands. It's a very, very positive transit where you are getting a positive smile on your face.